This video is to help us determine the surface area of triangular prisms. So our steps are here to the side. First thing we need to do is we need to draw a net and label it with its measurements, and then we will find the area of each face, and then we add everything together to find the total surface area. So the first step for this case, we're going to draw our net. I always like to start with my triangular face. So my base is 5 centimeters, so my base and my height are 5 centimeters. Here our hypotenuse is 7. And then from there I'm going to build out my rectangular pieces. And I'm going to determine where those pieces will fold. So this side will also be 5, and parallel to it will be a 5 as well because it will fold up. Our 7 will fold here, and its parallel side will be 7, and this parallel side will be 5 as well. Then I'll add a congruent or equal triangle at the base where my base and height are 5, and then the hypotenuse is the 7. I'm going to label each face with a letter so that it is easier to determine which one's which. My two triangles, I'll call them D and E. So, to find the area of this first rectangle, we have to do length times width because it is a rectangle here. So it's 5. Oh, I forgot to put my measurement of 6 in. So, sorry, all the way across will be a measurement of 6. So that is the length of my figure. Okay. So I have to do 5 by 6, which is a measurement of 30 centimeters squared, is going to be rectangle A. Rectangle B, again, we have to use the measurement of length times width. It's going to be 5 again by 6, which is 30 centimeters squared. So since 2 of my sides of my triangle are the same, 2 of my rectangles will be the same. C, I have 7 by 6, which is the 42. So I have my 3 rectangles, and then I will find my triangles. My triangles, I have to use the formula length times width divided by 2 because a triangle is half of a rectangle. My measurements are the 2 that will form a 90-degree angle. So in this case, my 5 and my 5. We never use a hypotenuse for height. So that's 25 cut in half. So if we were doing 24 cut in half, we would get 12, and that other one would get 0.5. So 12.5 centimeters squared, and E is a congruent triangle, so I'll also get another 12.5. Now, we found the area of each face. There's 5 faces in a triangular prism, so we need to add all of the faces together. So I like to show it by adding all the pieces together. I have 2 30s, a 42, and 2 12.5s. So 30 plus 30 is 60, plus the 42 makes 102, and 102 plus 25. So 102 plus 25 is 127. So our surface area here, in this case, should be approximately 127. So draw your net, because it'll be easy to identify which face is which, and then you will add all your pieces together. So for the next example, we'll draw again a triangular prism. This case, our height is 18 within our triangle, 18 meters. One side is 29 meters, and another side will be 20 meters. And the base is 31 meters. What you will notice is this triangle has all 3 sides have different measurements, so all 3 rectangles will have different measurements. Here 29 will fold here, or sorry, that was 1 dash, and it'll be parallel as well. Here 20 will be on this side, and 31 is parallel here. I have a length of the figure is 40, so all the way across I have a length of 40. And add your triangle at the base. So I'm going to label them A, B, C, D, and E. So I'll finish this problem by, again, finding the area of each face. So for the area of A, I'm going to be using 20 by 40. which will get us 800. Okay. B, we're going to use a length and width of 31 and 40, which gets us 1,240. Oops, sorry. And our units are meters squared. C, we're going to use 29 by 40, which is 1,160. D, we need to use the length times width divided by 2. This case, our base is 31 and our height is 18. When we do that, we will get 279 as our final answer. And E is a congruent triangle, so it is the same amount. To add everything together to finish it off, $800 plus 1,240 plus 1,160 plus the 279 twice. We add everything together, and we will get 3,758 meters squared as our surface area. So the main thing that you need to remember, with our triangles, we need to use the formula area equals length times width divided by 2. And you have to make sure that you're using those measurements that form the 90-degree angle to put into your formula of length times width divided by 2. Email me if you have questions.